Mm. 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 Now the fridge decided to get loud as I decided to speak. There we go. Just gonna raise you up just a bit. Okay. We're doing a silent reading. If you don't know, I'll explain briefly. But if you do know, indulge. Okay? It's where I just do exactly what I did. Quiet, taking it in, shuffling the cards, getting the messages. My name is Latiste. I do readings on here, as well as reading down below. And we're just going to get into it and I can get into the rest later. Okay? So, there's a silent issue. It's almost like having a little rock in your shoe, right? Or your tag irritating you out the day, or an eyelash in your eye. It's something that at first it doesn't really bother you, and then it starts immediately, and it feels very silent. And Spirit said it's almost like a silent killer that's happening. And it's taking you through this force because even with your cards, the first two cards that came out immediately were a reminder you're always on the right path, 7-7, and then daddy issues. However, the card that I did see come out and that made itself known was the reminder you're always on the right path. The card that I had to flip over that was silent, that I didn't even know came out until I flipped, gathered and put it there, was daddy issues. And they immediately said it's something that's silent, something that you don't even realize how it's impacted your life or in ways that it has impacted your life, whether your father was there or not, whether you recently lost your father or not. It's this daddy issue that you have that you don't realize is, I'm probably going to mispronounce this word, but Spirit wants me to say the word, so it could be significant for you. I say very purposeless in your life. I'm pretty sure you guys aren't using the word correctly, but that's okay. um, and allowing that. So, but it's something that is on there, and it's this reminder you're always on the right path. It can be a fear that you have with being seen or present or speaking up or being seen in this light or energy, or it can be a means of once you are in a position, it's feeling like you are supposed to be there, feeling comfortable there. This can be being able to receive and give love in a way that feels strong, confident, sure, and grounding, whatever it is. But with this reminder, it's like the daddy issues. It's something silent that you don't realize is causing possible delays or setbacks or just a mere discrimination against yourself, and really wanting to put it into perspective. right? So it's very silent, and even with the 7767 pulling in here, it's this reflection, taking a step back, those quiet moments. This is that Virgo Libra energy tapping in here with realizing how certain aspects in your relationship reflect the now, right? You know what they say, if you really want to get to understand something, you have to recognize the cause and not just the effect. And so sometimes the cause of how you act in certain ways and maybe not feel like you're going in the right direction, or maybe you're going too quickly, or maybe you're going too slow, or maybe things aren't where it's supposed to be for all the work you're putting in, or whatever it may be. It's like you're always on the right path because it's your path, but it's something in reliance to the daddy issues that you have in that regard. And people are like, my dad was fine, it was great, it was this, it was that. Doesn't mean you can't have issues. Not all relationships are in a way of always seeing it as there are no attributes to how it dictated to how you were raised or brought up in your life. I'm not saying that's a bad or a good thing, but it could be allowing yourself that expansion. And then you feel like there is no need to expand because you don't have any issues. It's something that you possibly need to expand on. That's for somebody. Take what you need, don't need what you don't take, okay? Ashe. Now, with the reminder you're always on the right path, we have take a hike, as well as there's something better 111 coming out here. Take a hike also is a number 13. Also, after I looked up in one of the parts where I was setting up the cars, getting everything in motion, 111 was the timestamp that I seen. So go back and look at that and reference where you were in that mind frame of thought as well. But with it, there's something better. Take a hike is again flipping that perspective, flipping that understanding of where you see yourself in your life, to feel like maybe you're not on the right path, to feel like maybe you aren't doing things correctly, to maybe feel like you aren't living the life that you want to create a desire, or maybe you aren't receiving the love, whatever it is. That taking a hike, that taking that walk, that dance break, that meditation, that journal break, whatever it is, that's what the take a hike is. For some of you, it has to be actually physical. Go outside and take an actual hike. But in this energy, it's this understanding of you have to recognize that there's something better, but you can't see if that there's anything better if you're always around what you feel like you're only having um, access to. Thank you, Spirit. And if you feel like that's all that you have access to, you won't recognize that there's more out there for you, right? So taking a hike, clearing your head, getting a different perspective, a lot of Gemini energy coming in here, a lot of Scorpio energy, like I said, Libra energy, balancing out yourself within your relationships. You are in every relationship in your life. So how are you showing up in those things? You have to see how you're showing up for yourself first. Excuse me. Mm, okay. So with the daddy issues, what was on top of it was separation and failure to commit, right? For some of you, like I said, with this separation, it feels like it could have been an actual physical separation where you didn't get to meet them, or they passed along, or they just weren't there because they were on deadbeat status. And with the failure to commit, I feel like for some of you, it could have been issues within maybe the relationship that your dad had with your mother, and they weren't able to commit in ways, or they weren't able to commit to the home, or they weren't able to commit, and they feel like just because they provided or showed up in certain ways, that was commitment enough. You know your issues, instead of it's better than I do. Ashe, just the interpreter of quite a collective. But it's taking this in, and so with this higher up, even with the separation being on the same high up scale as the take a hike, it's this realization that it's like I have to also detach myself from what I feel like is so intertwined in my life, and not and once I take this separation, excuse me, realize that I'm not attached to this. This is just something that possibly is a thread in the quilt, but it is not the entire quilt itself. You get what I'm saying? And that's where when you take that hike, where you start moving around and shifting in your body, that's where you start to feel that small irritation, like something is bothering me. But if you're standing in place, that pebble is gonna It's just gonna be there. It's not shifting around. It's not walking with you. It's not getting that extra air. Now it's in a different spot. No. But once you start moving that energy, moving your center, moving the thoughts, and not just being your own echo chamber as well, it allows for that understanding, that growth to be like, hey, maybe I feel like I'm not committing to myself because of possibly my father not committing or things. So you have to recognize that there is better, but in order to do that, you have to separate from the idea that what I have is all that I have. Because it is taking some steps and turns in your relationships in a lot of ways with how you treat and view yourself and how you allow others to possibly treat and view you because of those issues that you have. Okay? Ashe. So, um, with this, somebody is I'm just gonna ask it how they're asking it, and there's no other way that I can fucking. Do you like me like to? That's sometimes that I can't think of any other way than what they're saying in my head. I'm so sorry, I did not mean to say it in that way. But do you like that's how they're like? Do you like being lied to? Do you like seeing something and twisting in a way that satisfies you to your needs and your ego in a way that doesn't allow you to be willfully deceived? Do you like being lied to? Do you like being coddled to a point where you can't walk and stand on your own? And that's why you don't understand or notice the pebble in your shoe because somebody's holding you so close, so tight because they want to suckle off of you and you think you're suckling off of them. Oh my goodness, I don't know. But do you? Do you like tricking and manipulating your mind to accept something that you currently have because of the own limit that you're putting on yourself? And now you're able to blame someone else and you're allowing somebody else to accept that as well. Correct? We got the reason why I'm asking that, thank you, because it's because we got fact check and stop looking for love in the trash. It's almost like somebody getting your favorite food, right? And not getting you like they know it's yours, they know it's your favorite. They didn't even ask that you like I could have paid for my own money. Like you knew it was going there and they was coming to see you, they was gonna be around you, right? And this is just the scenario they given and it's like, okay, fine. Like they didn't get it, they didn't eat, they didn't offer you any, they didn't even think about it. They was like, well, didn't think it really mattered, You the one that put them onto the place, all that. Then they throw it in the trash. They left it like they ain't got much. They was like, I got like a corner of this and a little bit of that. I'm gonna just toss it. And I mind you, they could have been having a whole entire conversation with you while they're there ordering it. They didn't text you nothing. And they was coming over, they knew they did nothing. And they just tossed it in the trash, leave it in the little corners. And you go and you dig through the trash, you use they fork that they didn't kind of chewed up on a little bit. It's not even a full meal. It's a discarded eaten meal. And you in your head is like, but at least it's my favorite meal. And that's how Spirit is saying, stop looking for love in the trash and fact check. This is not your favorite meal. Your favorite meal doesn't come to you in the fucking trash. It doesn't come to you and play in your face, want to be in your company, get your advice, laugh, talk with you, be around you, lay it all out and get the ideas and bounce off of you and all this stuff. And they couldn't even ask. Like, you was like, I couldn't even pay for my own food. If that was the case, like, I didn't mind. He was coming over here. And that's how Spirit is saying that you are treating some relationships. Is some relationships are not considering you, not taking that first thought in some instances. And they're just like, well, it's in the trash. Like, I want them little scrimmages. But you're like, I'll take little scrimmages. It's my favorite. But it's like, it's like, no, like you can have a full meal and you don't even have to deal with this middle person that wasn't even considered getting you the meal in the first place. And you catching what I'm saying? I hope you're catching what I'm saying. You're catching what I'm saying. So stop looking for that love in the trash when you can fact check and be like, they didn't do this, they didn't set this up, they didn't. What was the consideration? And not saying that they have to do that each and every time. But if you're over here anyway, and they got the idea from me, the this and that from me, what it's like, no consideration. No thoughts. I'm hearing no foreplay. I'm hearing no foreplay. I don't know who that's for. But like stop looking for love in the trash and deluding yourself. I always like to say, remember, an opinion is my mom makes the best spaghetti. That's just based off of your taste buds. A fact is that plants use photosynthesis. You get what I'm saying? That's how it works. But that, no. Because you also got your kidneys hate you, hydrate now, settling for mediocrity, and not the one. Like I say, you are in some of these relationships surviving off of the love that has been tossed in the trash, surviving off the excuses, surviving off the delusions, the trick of the mind that you give yourself, surviving off of the little breadcrumbs and every now and again peaks and glimpses of what it could be. And it's just mid. And it's not given to your water. And so it's drying you out. Your kidneys hate you, hydrate now. It's like you're medicating yourself and it's killing your kidneys. And you're medicating yourself with the lies. And it's drying you out because we all know that lies are not real. It's not tangible. It's not substance. It's not really there. It's made up. It's a figment of a false imagination that cannot be reality. And so with you settling, it's a recognition that this person is not the one. This energy is not the one. And it's making you sick to be around it. It's making you sick to think about it. It's almost like you can't even talk when you're around them, I'm hearing. It's like your brain goes elsewhere. So again, it's that pebble in the shoe, the daddy issues. But like this is the only path. No. The only path is the path that you need to be on at any moment and point in time. Okay? Now, in regards to dealing with your personal self and how to do that, you have to get off your ass. You have to want it enough. And by getting off your ass, it is a means of sometimes getting off your ass is recognized. And like I said, I keep going back to it's like a pebble machine. You have to move around. You have to shift your perspective and your energy. And that is also getting off your ass. Because right now, you're just standing there or being complacent and allowing yourself to excuse the unexcusable behavior. And so with this get off your ass, it's like you have to get aware of where you are not committing to yourself because of where there was a lack of commitment and how you were raised and how you grew up and where things are now. But there is always something better. Always. Always. And those that tell you aren't are limited to their own ideas and conceptualizations of how they want to base and live their reality, and that is not a function for you. Because we have belongs to the streets, honor your boundaries, and find out where to choose wisely. It's like it's between these two. It's either honor your boundaries, set some boundaries and honor them, and thus honoring yourself, honoring your space, honoring how you decide to give and receive love, your presence, your essence, or stay in the streets, unsheltered, unconsidered, love tossed in the trash, and you're just like, well, I guess it is my favorite thing. I do like cuddles. I guess. But they doing it like, like they upset. Their arms barely holding you. Sag, get it together, get it together, get it together. Like, I guess. I guess I'll take you talking to me. Somebody's talking to me. They're like, oh my God, please, no, baby, don't. 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 Okay? Honor yourself. Because once the street light comes on, don't, oh my God, please. Please. And this is coming from a place of somebody that has been there, been like, you know what, this is good. I wasn't expecting to get anything anyway. And since I wasn't expecting anything, I should be grateful. It's like, bitch, I wasn't expecting anything. That means I should get everything. I wasn't expecting anything. That means I should get everything. Don't come if I'm not expecting anything and you still give me nothing. Because, bitch, 0 times 0 is what? 0. So if I wasn't expecting nothing, and you not even exceeding a far expectation of me not even giving myself a limit of anything, and I was like, I wasn't really expecting anything. I'm not gonna settle for it. If I wasn't expecting nothing, I might as well stick with the nothing. I don't want to be fed bullshit. So no, that's what I mean by honor yourself. That's what I mean. I've been there. It's like if I'm not, if I wasn't, I've been around nothing before. I don't need to take on extra, because that's a weight in itself. Ashe. So choose wisely. Either way, you're on the right path. But either you're walking with the shoe in your, or rocking your shoe, or you're gonna stop, take that bitch out, but like fuck that shit, and put it back on and keep walking. You know what I'm saying? Walk comfortably or uncomfortably. There's more to this. This isn't over. Like I said, walk comfortably or uncomfortably. And I feel like you think you're walking comfortable right now, but right now you're just standing still. That's why they need you to take the hike. That's why they need you to move and shift perspective. That's why they need you to open up your ideas of what you are worthy of, or what you are capable of what you can do, and what you have done, what you have managed to create and cultivate in your life. There's a reason that motherfucker came over there. Well, I don't know why that's significant. Maybe somebody did that, because it keeps coming up about somebody like getting your favorite food, coming over, knowing that they coming over, setting up, and they didn't get you anything. They didn't text and call. They didn't even get you nothing. They didn't even give you an extra. They might get an extra fork. I don't know. That's coming up real strong. Food can be very important to you. Or it was just the last straw. Like, bitch, not even. Not even. So, but to be considered is to be thought of. And if people aren't considering of you, they're not thinking of you. And if they're not thinking of you, they're not going to cultivate a life where you are honored, where you are respected, where you are seen and heard, and actions are implicated that are shown that you are seen, heard, and felt, without a detriment to them or you. But if only one person is taking a detriment, baby. Okay? Let's get some final messages here for you. So dumb right now. What she got? Oh. You know, orgasm. And you know what I like to say, especially being a water sign, baby, in that 69, we can be my zodiac. It doesn't always have to be a sexual orgasm. Your food or somebody played. Because I feel you on the food, but somebody that is coming out strong. Somebody was really pissed about. I feel like it was also they take a lot of your food. I feel like that's also why it's just like you just don't mind sharing. It's just like damn, couldn't even share like a fork. That's but Anyhow, went back and forth, moving on. Orgasms can be art, creating art, experiencing it. It could be the sexual experience. It could, but orgasm is an experience of pleasure, of openness, of that expression of vulnerability and climaxing to reach your fullest potential of being free and exposed in a lot of things, you know? So it can be traveling, booking a trip, it can be buying new clothes, but you need an orgasm. You need that open mindedness. I mean, you need the post clarity. Wow. Yeah. It says, shut up and listen, you're not ready. Yeah, you really got to do some self reflection, some self diving, and digging deep into yourself because you got poor spiritual hygiene as well. You need more than sage. Self love stopped here. Like I said, it's been a way that you have kind of been neglecting self, and spirit is not going to let that continue to fly. They're not like, I swear she'd go and grab that out of the trash one more motherfucking time. If we create another delusion in his head, another scenario to meet the needs of what is not the real reality, we're gonna beat them upside there. So it's like you're not ready, and what they mean by the you're not ready and shut up and listen is like shut up and listen. Take this on. You're not ready to just hump over this. You're not. You need more than sage. You need a fucking walk. You need a dance. You need a orgasm. Self-love is top tier. Self-preservation is top tier. Self-understanding, self-growth, self-challenging energy is an expansion of your dynamic. And you need that. And you want that. And you're going to have that. And you're going to have it. So, that being said and done, yeah, become obsessed with yourself. Communication coming in. Let everything go. Let everything be. Okay? I love you. Love yourselves more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out my podcast and bookings down below. And until next time, love yourself more.